Well, God, here we are. So, man's out here smoking a marijuana. Um, I want to talk a bit about, I guess, it's not really planned, but the phenomena of ebb and flow, or what seems to be somewhat like bipolar. So first of all, I want to clarify that I'm okay. I don't know what it is, but don't it's not that deep. Like everything's literally sound, but every now and then, like you know how you can be having like quite a good day, and then like some things might happen a little bit. They're very like minor, like not even nothing. Like you might like I think somewhat like it might just be too much time on the phone, um, uh, and eating like trash food. But it's weird how it happens. Like you just get energetically run down for like. But the pattern isn't anything that makes it seem like natural. Like it seems like mentally inflicted because you can go like a long time without getting like it, and then all of a sudden you can just have enough. So what I think I might do, because this seems kind of inevitable, right? Where it just keeps happening. Eventually, most of the time these days I'm pretty good. I had a mushroom trip like a week ago, not even that, a few days ago. And I was reflecting on like how like because I used to be quite depressed and things in the past. I said, well, like I guess I'm done with that now. There's nowhere to hide anymore. Like, because my awareness was such of like enlightenment uh, levels where it's like you can't even deceive yourself with depression. Uh, yeah, and then like literally like a few days later, it's like back in action. But like the thing is like there's oh yeah. So you can stop it. I already knew this. Basically, if you meditate and shit, like just quick time, you don't even got to do no proper like thing. Just like get your shit together in the present moment and breathe. You can sort your shit out. Right, I knew that. I've been putting it off for like since it began, which was like yesterday evening until now this morning. But then I remember the reason why I said, "Oh yeah," is because like about a year ago when I was a bin man, I got really fucking like super depressed where like it was actually like my life was like falling apart. I was also like abusing mushrooms around the time, so I don't know if that was partly response, probably, but not inherently the shrooms' fault. I don't believe, because I'd had depression even before I'd fucked with them, but shrooms cured them. But then they can come back in a new way, maybe. But it's just the idea that it's there is its own grounds. Because like when you're on like the psychedelics and that, it's like you're in like such a different state of knowing where you're not in like this linear thinking. And then as you sober up, you start like believing in your thoughts again, and like the mundane resurfaces and shit like that. But like one day you're tripping and you're saying that everything is so perfect. This is something that's so weird. I was tripping on these shrooms. It was like a metaphysical breakthrough. I kept saying about like the love awakenings and shit. If you're familiar, I won't go too deep into. But I was saying everything. I realized that reality is so 100% perfect that I almost wish that it wasn't, and I could go back to the way it was because I had so much fun while I was there. And like the song come to mind, like Billie Eilish's "I Had a Dream." Goes, I had a dream, I got everything I wanted, not what you think. And if I'm being honest, it might have been a nightmare. And that's what I felt like, because I started to realize that like that everything is gonna unfold in the best way possible, in like a metaphysical sense. I swear, it's like there's nothing you can even do about it, because it's almost like this intuition that goes so deep. Like, why would the universe spawn and then just like fuck itself over? And I've been saying it for a while. I don't know. But it's weird because like How do I know that that's true? I just feel it in my body. Like, there's literally like I kind of described it as like when you're hungry, your body just tells you you're hungry. Like, I can just feel like this like divinity because I've seen it so many times. Like, it comes on psychedelics, like everything is so perfect. What I was saying when I was a bit bad, so I got super depressed. This is important. Yeah, I put it off for a long time. So this was like over a year ago. So what I said about you can deconstruct it with breath work, cold showers, meditation, just mindfulness or just critical thinking, putting your phone down, stop listening to XXXTentacion, and fucking just keep your head up. Life's been tough, but I can't sit around and sulk. So I wrote this one and called it Growth. All I do is grow. Growth is all I know. This music's food for the soul. There's plenty more food in the bowl, but always evolving. Let's go. Nah, I'm not the problem. I'm trying to see the problem, so don't stop. And the roadblocks keep going till we get results. So, when you do go from being down bad to up good is gonna say, why was you down bad? And it's like you can't. I don't know. You get like. It's each kind of paradigm is kind of hard to see outside of its own perspective. So like when I was younger, I used to think like the depression was legit in terms of like like it still is. Or not that I'm depressed. I haven't been depressed for a long time, and I'm really over that as far as I'm like I can't. I don't want people to worry about me because it did get bad last time, but there's no way I'll go back there, which is what I said before I did last time. I don't know, it's weird, but I won't. I'm confident I won't, so that's the best I can say. But I hope maybe the video somewhat helps somebody, maybe. Yeah, so that you cross this threshold eventually, and I've known this for a long time. Even the last depression, which was like a year ago, and that's what I meant by I was consciously putting it off. Like I wasn't like facing my demons and kind of like saying like, so what do I suggest? Set intentions every day and give it your best. Work with what you got. Be patient and invest in your motherfucking dance. That the only one who can help a situation at the end of the day. You gotta wake up every morning, meditate with the pray. Go to heaven, tell these demons get the hell out of the way. Like you don't give a F. You see? Okay. That's a spectrum, of course. But yeah, you gotta tell these demons get the hell out of the way. But you get to a point where you realise that that it's all being constructed by your own mind. And that's how I could consciously like ignore the practices that would enlighten me. But like, don't do that because I've done it for way too long. It's almost like an ego and stuff gets formed around these thoughts and these like, and it doesn't want to die. It's like its own survival thing. It's very strange, but it's also very metaphysical, which is the thing. Like, it's very spiritual once you do it. Like, it didn't used to be before I got into it, because it was occurring before the spirituality. In my like about when I was like 15 or so, but it slowly got more like serious. But again, that's just another question. Like, why are you taking it so serious? Like, what is actually going on with? When it comes to mental health and things. So like, yeah, so I don't want people to worry about me, but like I do have these turbulence things where like Little Darky has a lyric. He's like, I'm procrastinating, hating myself, contemplating sticking blazing myself. I took shrooms and I'm aware of myself, half hurting, half hating myself. It's hard for me to take care of myself. Half hurting, half hating myself. So what I reckon I'm gonna do is when I'm feeling like low, I might make some form of like documentation of maybe why that is or what happened. Like, if I lose consciousness for a while, not literally like I black out, but in terms of like there's certainly higher levels and there's certainly lower levels, or vibration you call, if you will. And the lower levels just seem lower, like they just seem more like ignorant, less holistic, more fragmented, more like less holistic, less content, comfortable, happy in general. But there's just different ways of perceiving everything, and that's why I mean it's very metaphysical, because it's like, how can it happen? How do you get run down like that? Is it really like as simple as like a material world and it's like a phone addiction or some shit? Because some people struggle to even, I don't know, maybe that's not a good thing. I think I was on it for a long time yesterday. Oh shit, that's my alarm going off. So yeah, what I am going to do is I'm gonna put like 2 playlists, and I'm gonna, or maybe 3, and I'm gonna like the most, like the one with both sides, so the good and the bad. I'm just literally gonna document why I'm feeling good. I'll make it like a little episodes with titles, or I'll document why I'm feeling bad, and just contrast like the ideas. But often when you're feeling bad, you know that you're full of shit. Like, you feel sad for no reason and you don't want to think about it, because if you really did think about it, you realise that you're full of shit, and you're actually like, the trip that I had the other day, I realised how lucky I am in so many different dimensions. And that's why I was like, how could I ever be sad? How could I ever like think I have like a weed addiction or some shit like that? How could I ever like, everything's so perfect, it seems. But yeah, I don't know. I'm alright. You often get like, it's things like but yeah, and then I'll just keep doing it through time anyway. The playlist where I'll just contrast why I'm feeling good and why I'm feeling bad, just for myself maybe, yeah, or and for the audience, I guess. Like, that's what I mean. I don't mind sharing. Like, I don't see why not. There's some downsides to being like personal about a lot of stuff, but like I feel like I almost need to like, because it helps me understand the world, and I get quite a bit of feedback. And if I'm trying to be who I'm trying to be, then really this is what I've got to be doing, you know what I mean? If I've got something to talk about, let me talk about it. Otherwise we're not going to get where we're going. And if you want to help me get where we're going, it would mean a lot to me. And I hope I can come through on this vision. This is the thing, yeah, it's like I literally posted that the morning after I fell off into like a rut again. And all the personal development channels talk about this in general. Like, it happens, man. You fall into ruts, and you just got to get back up. And you don't want to. You just want to fucking be miserable and sulk about it. I don't know why. It almost feels good to hurt, which is an insight I had a few times. Now I basically realised that I actually like enjoy it, nearly, or I did. Like, I don't normally. Not, of course not. Like, it's fucked, but it's not really good just being like insecure and shit like that, because those things spike up as well with it, which is so weird. So it's the mind, I guess. But yeah, I'm gonna link a lecture by Ram Dass, which is relevant. I think it's called Addiction and Attachment. It's very good. What he talks about, actually, he talks about like the food cycle, and they put it visually there. It's like hungry, go to fucking like McDonald's or whatever, eat it, and then hate yourself, and then do it again. And then he says like consciousness, and then I'll link another video which is also relevant, called actualize.org, awareness alone is curative. And he's also got series about addiction and attachment as well. So he's got subtle addictions, and he's got the root cause of all addictions. I believe that's his episodes. But yeah, I'm out of here anyway. It was OXSN, OXSN. Check me out, bro. I got conscious music on the way. It's pretty fire. So yeah, and that's it. I guess maybe some, like, because I can give advice, it seems, and I think, yeah, that's good advice, but I don't want to hear it when I'm like down. And that's the thing as well. I remember I actually sent like someone really close to me a voice note because they said they was depressed and things, and we spoke about it recently, and then I knew I could listen back to it when I was feeling depressed, but I didn't want to. And that's what they said as well. Said to get help, it first has to start with you actually wanting help. Alright, my phone is literally about to run out of storage. Look, it's not me, it's my phone. Bye.